What if the true measure of a man isn't found in his achievements, but in the principles he chooses to live by? In a world where success is often defined by wealth, power, and outward appearances, there lies a deeper, often overlooked truth. The essence of being a man is not about the battles won in the outside world, but the quiet victories achieved within. Imagine a moment of stillness in a crowded room, where noise and opinions clash, but one man stands calm, grounded, guided by an unshakable code. His strength is not in his words, but in his silent adherence to principles that define him. Picture this. The sun sets on a busy city, the lights flicker on, and amidst the hustle, one man pauses, reflecting not on what he has gained, but on who he has become. He doesn't chase the fleeting applause of the world. Instead, he finds contentment in the quiet fulfillment of living with integrity. Have you ever wondered what separates those who merely exist from those who truly live with purpose? It's not the trophies on the shelf, but the values etched into the soul. These 16 essential guidelines are not just rules. They are the foundation of a life well lived. They challenge conventional ideas of masculinity, pushing beyond the superficial to reveal a path that is not only powerful, but profoundly transformative. As you read on, you'll discover that true strength isn't loud, it's quietly relentless. It's time to redefine what it means to be a man, not by what the world expects, but by the timeless virtues that stand the test of time. Cultivate emotional resilience in the face of adversity. Emotional resilience is the silent strength that defines a man's character, allowing him to stand firm in the face of life's inevitable challenges. It's not about being stoic to the point of numbness or pretending that emotions don't exist. Rather, it's about developing the capacity to navigate those emotions without being overwhelmed. Cultivating emotional resilience means recognizing that life is filled with ups and downs, moments of triumph and times of despair, and that your power lies not in controlling what happens to you, but in how you respond. This resilience transforms adversity from a source of defeat into an opportunity for growth, teaching you that every setback is a step toward a more fortified self. Imagine a tree standing tall in the midst of a storm. It bends and sways with the wind, absorbing the force but never breaking. Emotional resilience works in much the same way. It's about having the flexibility to adapt to difficult circumstances without losing your core stability. When faced with adversity, a resilient man doesn't crumble under pressure. He pauses, reflects, and recalibrates. This doesn't mean he is immune to pain or disappointment. It means he acknowledges these feelings, learns from them, and then rises above them. Marcus Aurelius and the Stoics believed that life's trials are not punishments, but tests that reveal our true nature, refining our character with every challenge. Emotional resilience begins with self-awareness. It's about knowing your triggers, understanding your emotional patterns, and being honest with yourself about your reactions. When you cultivate this awareness, you create a buffer between stimulus and response, giving yourself the space to choose your actions thoughtfully rather than react impulsively. This pause, however brief, is where resilience is built. It allows you to assess the situation with a clear mind, to detach from the immediate emotional response, and to engage with the challenge in a constructive manner. Resilient men are not devoid of emotion, they simply refuse to be ruled by it. Moreover, emotional resilience is closely tied to the ability to reframe your perspective. In every setback, there is a lesson waiting to be uncovered, a silver lining that offers growth and insight. Resilient men do not dwell on what has gone wrong. They focus on what can be learned and how they can move forward. This mindset shift transforms obstacles into stepping stones, each one an opportunity to strengthen your resolve. It's the understanding that adversity, no matter how unwelcome, can serve as a powerful catalyst for self-improvement. Every time you bounce back from a difficult situation, you build a little more resilience, making you better equipped for future challenges. Cultivating emotional resilience also involves surrounding yourself with a supportive network of friends, mentors, and loved ones who can offer perspective, encouragement, and guidance when needed. While resilience is an inner strength, it is bolstered by connection. It's about knowing when to lean on others and when to stand on your own, creating a balance that sustains you through tough times. This network serves as a reminder that you are not alone in your struggles and that seeking support is not a weakness, but a strategic way to navigate life's complexities. Ultimately, emotional resilience is not a shield that blocks life's hardships, but a skill that helps you navigate them with grace and fortitude. It's about embracing the full spectrum of human experience, the highs and the lows, and finding strength in the very act of enduring. By cultivating resilience, you equip yourself with the mental and emotional tools to face whatever comes your way, emerging not only unscathed, but stronger, wiser, and more deeply connected to your own inner power. 3. Master the art of self-discipline. Self-discipline is the backbone of a successful and fulfilling life. It is the quiet force that drives consistency, fuels persistence, and allows you to stay the course even when motivation wanes. While talent and intelligence are valuable, they pale in comparison to the power of self-discipline, the ability to do what needs to be done, even when you don't feel like doing it. Marcus Aurelius, the Stoic philosopher-emperor, believed that self-discipline was the essence of a well-lived life, and he practiced it relentlessly in his daily routines, decisions, and actions. Mastering self-discipline means setting a standard for yourself that is non-negotiable, committing to personal excellence, and holding yourself accountable to your goals and values. Self-discipline begins with a clear vision of what you want to achieve. It's not just about forcing yourself to work harder, it's about aligning your actions with your purpose. Imagine a craftsman meticulously honing his skills day after day, not because he has to, but because he is driven by a vision of mastery. Self-discipline is the bridge between where you are and where you want to be, and it requires you to make conscious choices that support your goals, even when the immediate rewards are not visible. Whether it's waking up early to train, dedicating time to learn a new skill, or resisting the temptation of instant gratification. Self-discipline is about the commitment to your future self over your present comforts. The key to mastering self-discipline lies in understanding that it's not about perfection, but about persistence. There will be days when you falter, when your willpower feels depleted, and your motivation is nowhere to be found. In these moments, self-discipline is what keeps you moving forward. It's about getting back on track without dwelling on setbacks. This resilience is built through repetition and the gradual strengthening of your willpower, much like a muscle that grows stronger with each use. Marcus Aurelius would remind us that the true test of self-discipline is not in how you perform on your best days, but in how you navigate your worst. Self-discipline also requires the ability to say no to distractions, temptations, and even to opportunities that do not align with your priorities. It's about creating boundaries that protect your time and energy, allowing you to focus on what truly matters. This means learning to be comfortable with delayed gratification, understanding that the rewards of self-discipline often come later rather than sooner. It's the quiet satisfaction of progress, the knowledge that you are building something worthwhile through your efforts, one disciplined action at a time. By setting clear priorities and adhering to them, you shape your daily habits and ultimately your destiny. Furthermore, self-discipline cultivates a sense of inner freedom. While it may seem counterintuitive, discipline does not confine you. It liberates you from the chaos of indecision and inconsistency. When you commit to a disciplined life, you eliminate the noise of conflicting desires and unproductive habits. You become the master of your own path, guided by a clear sense of purpose and fortified by the strength of your own resolve. Marcus Aurelius often wrote about the importance of living in accordance with one's principles, and self-discipline is the means by which you ensure that your actions align with your values. Ultimately, mastering self-discipline is about building a solid foundation upon which all other aspects of your life can flourish. It's the driving force that turns intentions into actions, dreams into realities, and potential into achievement. By committing to self-discipline, you are not just training your body or mind, you are shaping your character, defining your identity, and crafting a life of purpose and fulfillment. 6. Embrace humility as a strength, not a weakness. In a world that often equates success with arrogance and self-promotion, humility stands as one of the most underrated and misunderstood virtues. True humility is not about thinking less of yourself, but thinking of yourself less. It's about recognizing your strengths without boasting, admitting your weaknesses without shame, and constantly striving to learn and grow. Marcus Aurelius, the Stoic philosopher and Roman emperor, practiced humility despite his immense power, always reminding himself of his mortality and the limits of his knowledge. To embrace humility is to recognize that no matter how much you achieve, there is always more to learn, more to give, and more ways to improve. It is a silent strength that grounds you, connects you to others, and keeps you open to life's endless lessons. Humility begins with self-awareness. It's about having an honest and balanced view of yourself, knowing your capabilities, but also acknowledging your flaws. It means accepting that you don't have all the answers and that your perspective is just one of many. This self-awareness prevents you from becoming blinded by ego and keeps you receptive to feedback and new ideas. It allows you to view mistakes as opportunities for growth rather than threats to your self-worth. A humble person doesn't shy away from criticism. Instead, they welcome it as a chance to refine their character and skills. This openness to improvement is what separates the truly great from those who are merely good. Moreover, humility fosters stronger relationships by creating a foundation of respect and empathy. When you approach others with humility, you listen more than you speak, valuing their experiences and viewpoints as much as your own. This approach not only deepens your connections, but also enriches your understanding of the world. Humility enables you to serve others without expecting recognition, to lead by example rather than by command, and to influence not through force, but through integrity. It's a quiet power that earns trust and admiration far more effectively than bravado ever could. Marcus Aurelius often reflected on his role as a servant of the people, prioritizing the well-being of others above his personal desires. Embracing humility also shields you from the pitfalls of pride and complacency. Success can easily breed arrogance, leading you to overestimate your abilities and underestimate the challenges ahead. Humility, however, keeps you grounded. It reminds you that no matter how far you've come, there's always a next step, a higher goal, or a deeper level of understanding to pursue. This mindset keeps you hungry for growth, constantly seeking ways to better yourself and contribute more meaningfully to the world around you. Humility is the antidote to the hubris that often accompanies success, ensuring that you remain a lifelong learner rather than a self-proclaimed master. Furthermore, humility is a source of resilience. When you're humble, you're less likely to take failures personally because you recognize that setbacks are a natural part of the journey. You're more adaptable, open to change, and willing to pivot when things don't go as planned. This flexibility allows you to navigate life's challenges with grace, viewing obstacles not as insurmountable barriers, but as detours that lead to new opportunities for growth. Marcus Aurelius, even as an emperor, understood that power and control were often illusions, and that true strength came from accepting what he could not change and working tirelessly to improve what he could. Ultimately, embracing humility as a strength, not a weakness, transforms the way you interact with the world. It frees you from the need to constantly prove yourself and allows you to find joy in learning, serving, and growing. Humility is the quiet force that keeps you grounded amidst success and hopeful amidst failure, guiding you on a path of continuous improvement and meaningful connection with others. Develop unwavering integrity as your core foundation. Integrity is the cornerstone of a man's character, the unbreakable foundation upon which trust, respect, and honor are built. It is not just about telling the truth or keeping promises. It is about living in alignment with your values, no matter the circumstances. Marcus Aurelius, a man who ruled an empire yet remained committed to the principles of Stoicism, exemplified what it means to have unwavering integrity. To develop integrity is to cultivate a consistency between your words and actions, ensuring that who you are in public mirrors who you are in private. It is the quiet, steadfast adherence to your principles, even when no one is watching, and especially when the path of integrity is the hardest one to follow. Imagine a compass that guides you through life's toughest decisions, one that always points toward what is right rather than what is easy. That compass is your integrity, and it requires constant calibration. Developing integrity starts with defining your core values: honesty, loyalty, respect, and accountability, and making a commitment to uphold them, no matter the temptations or pressures to deviate. It's about setting a standard for yourself that is non-negotiable, a personal code of conduct that you adhere to even when it costs you. This internal moral compass not only guides your decisions, but also shapes how others perceive and trust you. When you consistently act with integrity, you build a reputation that speaks louder than any words ever could. Integrity also means taking responsibility for your actions, especially when things go wrong. It's easy to stand by your values when things are going well, but true integrity is revealed in moments of failure, conflict, or temptation. It's about owning your mistakes, learning from them, and making amends without deflecting blame. Marcus Aurelius believed that personal accountability was essential for living a life of virtue, and he often reflected on his own actions with brutal honesty. By embracing responsibility, you not only strengthen your character, but also set an example for those around you, demonstrating that integrity is not about being perfect, but about being authentic and accountable. Furthermore, integrity is the foundation of all meaningful relationships. Whether it's in friendships, romantic partnerships, or professional dealings, your integrity creates a sense of reliability and trust. People are drawn to those who consistently do what they say and say what they mean. They respect those who stand firm in their convictions, even when it's inconvenient. This trust, once established, becomes an invaluable currency that deepens connections and opens doors in both personal and professional realms. By living with integrity, you create a ripple effect, inspiring others to hold themselves to a higher standard and fostering an environment of mutual respect and honesty. Living with unwavering integrity also provides you with a deep sense of inner peace. There is a profound freedom in knowing that your actions are aligned with your values, that you are true to yourself regardless of external pressures. It eliminates the inner conflict that arises when you compromise your principles, allowing you to move through life with confidence and self-respect. Marcus Aurelius understood that integrity was not just a public virtue, but a private necessity, essential for maintaining a clear conscience and a tranquil mind. Ultimately, developing unwavering integrity means building a life that is solid, consistent, and true. It's about making decisions that reflect your deepest values even when it's difficult, and standing by those decisions with conviction. Integrity is the legacy you leave behind, the invisible thread that weaves together the fabric of your character. By committing to this path, you ensure that your actions, no matter how small, contribute to a life of purpose, honor, and unshakable strength. Cultivate patience as a form of inner strength. In an age of instant gratification, patience is a rare and undervalued virtue, yet it is one of the most powerful forms of inner strength a man can possess. Patience is not about passively waiting or tolerating delays. It is an active choice to remain calm and composed in the face of adversity, setbacks, and challenges. Marcus Aurelius, the Stoic philosopher-emperor, understood that patience was more than a virtue. It was a strategic tool for enduring life's difficulties with grace and resilience. To cultivate patience is to recognize that not everything will happen according to your timeline, that growth takes time, and that real progress is often made in the slow, steady steps rather than in great leaps. Patience allows you to navigate life's storms with a clear mind and an unshakable sense of purpose. Patience begins with the acceptance that many aspects of life are beyond your control. We live in a world that constantly demands speed, fast results, quick decisions, immediate responses. Yet, the most meaningful achievements, whether in personal development, relationships, or career, are often the result of sustained effort over time. Cultivating patience means embracing the process, even when it feels slow or uncertain. It's about trusting that every small action you take, every deliberate decision, contributes to the larger picture. This mindset shift turns impatience into an opportunity for growth, allowing you to find peace in the present moment instead of fixating on the end goal. Marcus Aurelius often reflected on the natural rhythms of life, understanding that everything unfolds in its own time, regardless of our desires. Patience is also about managing your emotional responses. When faced with delays, setbacks, or challenges, the immediate reaction is often frustration, anger, or disappointment. However, patience teaches you to pause, breathe, and approach each situation with a level head. It is the ability to remain composed when others are losing their calm, to keep your focus on the bigger picture instead of being swayed by temporary discomforts. This self-control not only reduces stress, but also allows you to make better decisions. Instead of reacting impulsively, you respond thoughtfully, guided by wisdom rather than emotion. This kind of patience becomes a shield against the noise of the world, enabling you to stay centered amidst chaos. Moreover, patience is a key factor in building resilience. Life is filled with trials and tribulations, and it is your patience that enables you to endure them without losing hope. Each time you choose to persevere rather than quit, you strengthen your resolve and build the mental toughness needed to face future challenges. Marcus Aurelius viewed patience not as a passive endurance, but as a proactive stance, a way to outlast difficulties by maintaining a steady and unwavering commitment to your path. Through patience, you learn that setbacks are not the end, but part of the journey toward something greater. This resilience is the quiet force that keeps you moving forward, even when progress seems slow or invisible. Patience also enhances your relationships, fostering empathy, understanding, and deeper connections. It teaches you to listen without interrupting, to support without judging, and to give others the space to grow at their own pace. In a world that often pushes for quick fixes and instant results, patience allows you to appreciate the gradual unfolding of life, both in yourself and in others. It creates a more compassionate and nurturing environment, where mistakes are seen as learning opportunities and progress is measured in small, consistent steps. Ultimately, cultivating patience is about mastering the art of endurance. It's about finding strength in stillness, value in the process, and wisdom in the waiting. By embracing patience, you develop the ability to navigate life's complexities with calm determination, making thoughtful choices that align with your long-term vision. Marcus Aurelius knew that the journey to greatness is not a sprint, but a marathon, and it is through patience that you build the stamina to go the distance. 10. Embrace accountability as a pathway to personal growth. Accountability is one of the most empowering virtues a man can cultivate, yet it is often overlooked in favor of excuses, deflections, and the blame game. To embrace accountability means to take full ownership of your actions, decisions, and the outcomes that follow. It's about standing by your commitments, owning your mistakes, and using every experience, good or bad, as an opportunity for growth. Marcus Aurelius, a Stoic emperor who led by example, understood that a man's true strength lies not in his perfection, but in his willingness to confront his flaws and learn from them. Embracing accountability is not just about accepting responsibility, it's about actively seeking ways to improve and evolve into your best self. At its core, accountability begins with self-reflection. It requires an honest evaluation of your actions, motives, and the impact you have on those around you. This introspection is not always comfortable. It often involves confronting your own shortcomings and admitting where you've fallen short. However, it is this very discomfort that drives personal growth. By acknowledging your mistakes, you open the door to learning from them, turning each misstep into a stepping stone toward greater self-awareness and wisdom. Marcus Aurelius often wrote about the importance of knowing oneself, and accountability is the practice of this principle in action. It's about being your own harshest critic and your most supportive coach, pushing yourself to do better without tearing yourself down. Accountability also builds trust and credibility in your personal and professional relationships. When you hold yourself accountable, you show others that you are reliable, honest, and committed to doing what is right, even when it's difficult. This integrity fosters deeper connections, as people feel they can depend on you to keep your word and to admit when you're wrong. It sets a standard of transparency and respect, encouraging those around you to embrace accountability in their own lives. Marcus Aurelius understood that true leadership comes not from imposing authority, but from setting an example that others are inspired to follow. By embracing accountability, you become a leader in your own right, guiding others not with words, but with actions. Moreover, accountability is a powerful motivator. When you commit to being accountable, you are more likely to set clear goals, follow through on your promises, and stay disciplined in your efforts. It creates a sense of personal ownership that propels you forward, pushing you to take initiative and pursue your ambitions with purpose. You begin to see each day as an opportunity to prove yourself to yourself, to measure your progress not against others, but against the standards you have set. This internal drive, fueled by accountability, keeps you focused and resilient, helping you to overcome obstacles and keep moving toward your objectives. Accountability also means not shying away from feedback. It's about welcoming criticism, seeking guidance, and being open to other perspectives that can help you grow. It's the recognition that you don't have all the answers and that there is always room for improvement. Marcus Aurelius often sought counsel from others and viewed criticism not as a personal attack, but as valuable insight. By embracing accountability, you cultivate a mindset of continuous learning, constantly refining your skills, and adapting to new challenges. Ultimately, embracing accountability is about owning your life. It's about taking charge of your actions, learning from your mistakes, and never shying away from the responsibility of your own growth. It's a powerful commitment to living authentically, guided not by the fear of failure, but by the relentless pursuit of personal excellence. When you hold yourself accountable, you create a foundation of strength, integrity, and resilience that not only drives you forward, but also inspires those around you to rise to their highest potential as your most precious resource. Time is the most finite and invaluable resource you possess, yet it is often squandered on trivial pursuits, meaningless distractions, and tasks that do not serve your greater purpose. Marcus Aurelius, who ruled the vast Roman Empire while maintaining his personal philosophies, deeply understood the fleeting nature of time. He frequently reflected on how easily life slips away when we are not intentional about how we spend our days. To value time means to treat it as the most precious currency, recognizing that every moment spent is a moment you can never get back. It's about living deliberately, making conscious choices that align with your goals, and eliminating anything that detracts from your journey toward personal excellence. Time management is not just about organizing your day, it's about aligning your actions with your values. Imagine a painter with a blank canvas and a limited palette. Every stroke must be intentional, purposeful, and contribute to the larger picture. Similarly, your days are blank canvases, and the way you choose to fill them defines the masterpiece of your life. By prioritizing your time and focusing on what truly matters, you ensure that your actions reflect your ambitions rather than being dictated by the demands of others or the constant pull of distractions. Marcus Aurelius often reminded himself to avoid trivial pursuits, knowing that a life of purpose requires careful curation of time and energy. Moreover, valuing time involves setting clear boundaries. This means saying no to commitments that do not serve your highest goals, cutting out activities that drain your energy, and protecting your time as fiercely as you would protect your most prized possession. It's not about being selfish, it's about being strategic. Your time is limited, and how you spend it determines the quality of your life. Marcus Aurelius faced countless demands on his time, yet he always made space for reflection, meditation, and self-improvement. He understood that to lead others effectively, he first had to lead himself, and that meant guarding his time with vigilance. Valuing time also means embracing the present moment, rather than constantly chasing future successes or dwelling on past regrets. The Stoics believed that life unfolds in the now, and that every moment spent elsewhere, whether in anxiety about the future or nostalgia for the past, is a moment lost. By focusing on the present, you maximize the impact of your actions and engage more fully with the people and experiences around you. This mindful approach to time fosters deeper connections, greater productivity, and a richer, more fulfilling life. Marcus Aurelius often wrote about the importance of being present, urging himself to fully inhabit each moment as if it were his last. Time is also a great equalizer. Everyone, regardless of wealth, status, or power, is given the same 24 hours each day. How you choose to use this time sets you apart. It's easy to get caught up in the busyness of life, but true progress comes from intentional, focused effort. Marcus Aurelius knew that even as an emperor, he was not immune to the passage of time, and he constantly pushed himself to make the most of every day. By valuing time, you elevate your life, ensuring that each moment contributes to your growth, your legacy, and your personal fulfillment. Ultimately, to value time as your most precious resource is to live with a sense of urgency and purpose. It's about recognizing that every second is an opportunity to create, to learn, to connect, and to move closer to the person you aspire to be. Marcus Aurelius believed that time wasted could never be reclaimed, and this awareness drove him to live each day with intention and integrity. By embracing this lesson, you commit to a life that honors the gift of time, making every moment count toward a future you are proud to build. 12. Embrace adaptability as a vital skill for thriving in uncertainty. Adaptability is the ability to adjust your mindset, actions, and approach in response to changing circumstances. It is a crucial skill that separates those who merely survive from those who truly thrive, especially in today's fast-paced, unpredictable world. Marcus Aurelius, the Stoic philosopher-emperor, understood that life is in constant flux and that clinging rigidly to plans or expectations only leads to frustration and disappointment. Embracing adaptability means recognizing that while you cannot control the winds of change, you can always adjust your sails. It's about remaining flexible in your thinking, open to new information, and willing to change course when necessary, all while staying true to your core values. Adaptability begins with an open mind. It's the willingness to question your own assumptions, to consider alternative perspectives, and to accept that what worked yesterday may not work today. This mindset shift is not about abandoning your principles or goals, but about being agile in how you pursue them. Imagine a river that flows around rocks and obstacles, constantly adjusting its path without losing momentum. Similarly, an adaptable man doesn't see unexpected changes as insurmountable barriers, but as challenges that require creative problem-solving. This fluidity allows you to navigate complex situations with ease, turning setbacks into stepping stones and uncertainty into an opportunity for growth. One of the greatest barriers to adaptability is the fear of change. It's natural to find comfort in routine and predictability, but Marcus Aurelius taught that change is the only constant in life. By embracing this reality, you free yourself from the anxiety that comes with trying to control every outcome. Adaptability teaches you to see change not as a threat, but as a chance to evolve, learn, and refine your approach. It's about being proactive rather than reactive, preparing yourself mentally and emotionally for the unexpected, and seeing each shift as an opportunity to pivot and excel in new ways. This mindset empowers you to remain calm and composed even when the ground beneath you is shifting. Adaptability also involves letting go of perfectionism and the need for complete control. It's about embracing the idea that sometimes good enough is better than perfect, and that progress often comes through trial and error. Marcus Aurelius believed that setbacks are not failures but lessons in disguise, each one teaching you something valuable about yourself and the world around you. By being adaptable, you give yourself permission to experiment, to make mistakes, and to grow from them without being paralyzed by the fear of falling short. This resilience not only strengthens your character, but also equips you with the confidence to tackle any challenge that comes your way. Moreover, adaptability fosters innovation. When you are open to change, you are more likely to explore new ideas, take calculated risks, and discover unconventional solutions that others might overlook. This creativity is essential in a world that is constantly evolving, where yesterday's strategies may no longer apply. Marcus Aurelius often reflected on the importance of adaptability in leadership, recognizing that the ability to adjust quickly and effectively was a hallmark of great leaders. By cultivating adaptability, you position yourself to not only keep pace with change, but to use it as a catalyst for success. Ultimately, embracing adaptability as a vital skill is about living with the understanding that life's unpredictability is not something to fear, but something to harness. It's about being resilient in the face of adversity, flexible in your approach, and optimistic about the potential for new opportunities. Adaptability transforms uncertainty from a source of stress into a landscape of endless possibilities. By developing this skill, you empower yourself to navigate life's twists and turns with grace, confidence, and an unwavering commitment to growth. 13. Embrace failure as a stepping stone to success. Failure is often perceived as a setback, a source of shame, or a barrier to success. However, embracing failure as a natural and necessary part of growth is one of the most liberating mindsets you can adopt. Marcus Aurelius and the Stoics understood that failure is not the enemy, but a teacher, revealing the gaps in our knowledge, the weaknesses in our strategies, and the areas where we need to improve. To embrace failure is to see it not as a defining moment of defeat, but as an essential step on the path to mastery. It is about recognizing that every stumble and misstep is an opportunity to learn, adapt, and come back stronger. When you view failure through this lens, it becomes less of a roadblock and more of a guidepost, directing you toward your next move with newfound wisdom. Failure teaches resilience, and resilience is the cornerstone of any significant achievement. Imagine a craftsman refining his skills. Each flawed attempt at creating something beautiful is not wasted effort, but an invaluable lesson. The crack in the pottery, the uneven stroke of a brush, or the misshapen sculpture are not failures in the truest sense. They are the necessary trials that lead to perfection. Embracing failure means accepting that the process of improvement is often messy and riddled with mistakes. But it's through these very imperfections that you discover your strengths, refine your approach, and develop the grit needed to persevere. Marcus Aurelius wrote extensively about the importance of confronting adversity with a calm and open mind, seeing each challenge not as a defeat, but as a chance to exercise your virtues and improve. Failure also cultivates humility, reminding you that no one is immune to setbacks, no matter how skilled or prepared. It strips away the illusion of invincibility and forces you to confront your limitations. This humility is not a weakness, but a powerful asset. It keeps you grounded, focused, and hungry to keep pushing forward. Acknowledging your failures without excuses or blame allows you to take responsibility, learn from your missteps, and adjust your path accordingly. This accountability builds character and integrity, teaching you that growth is not about avoiding failure, but about how you respond to it. Marcus Aurelius often reflected on his own mistakes as a leader, using them as fuel for personal development rather than sources of regret. Furthermore, embracing failure fosters innovation and creativity. When you are unafraid of failing, you open yourself up to taking risks, trying new approaches, and exploring uncharted territory. This willingness to experiment, to fail, and to try again is the driving force behind all great innovations and breakthroughs. The most successful individuals are not those who never fail, but those who fail repeatedly and keep moving forward, each time with a sharper vision and a deeper understanding of what works and what doesn't. Marcus Aurelius understood that progress is rarely linear and that true success often comes from navigating a series of failures with perseverance and insight. Embracing failure also shifts your focus from outcomes to the process. It teaches you to value effort, persistence, and the lessons learned along the way more than the immediate results. This process-oriented mindset creates a healthier relationship with success, freeing you from the paralyzing fear of failure and allowing you to pursue your goals with passion and resilience. By accepting failure as part of the journey, you build the mental toughness to face future challenges with confidence, knowing that each obstacle is simply another step toward your ultimate success. Ultimately, embracing failure as a stepping stone to success transforms your approach to life. It empowers you to take bold actions, to learn continuously, and to view every setback as a valuable lesson. Marcus Aurelius believed that adversity was the raw material of greatness, and failure is a key component of that material. By embracing failure, you cultivate a mindset that sees opportunity in every misstep, turning what could be moments of defeat into the very foundation of your success. Prioritize consistency over intensity for lasting success. In a world that celebrates quick wins, overnight successes, and dramatic transformations, the true power of consistency often goes unnoticed. Yet, it is consistency, those small daily actions taken over time, that builds the foundation for lasting success. Marcus Aurelius, who led Rome with wisdom and a disciplined spirit, understood that greatness is not achieved in a single, intense burst of effort, but through steady, persistent progress. To prioritize consistency over intensity is to commit to showing up every day, regardless of how you feel, and to understand that real change is the result of compounded efforts over time. Consistency is not about doing something perfectly, it's about doing it regularly, allowing each small action to build momentum toward your larger goals. Consider the process of building physical strength. A single intense workout might leave you feeling accomplished in the moment, but it's the commitment to regular exercise that leads to significant long-term gains. The same principle applies to every area of life, whether it's honing a skill, nurturing a relationship, or advancing in your career. Consistency transforms effort into habit and habit into mastery. It's the quiet, unglamorous work done behind the scenes that ultimately sets the stage for success. Marcus Aurelius practiced this in his own life, writing daily in his meditations as a way to refine his thoughts, maintain his focus, and reinforce his Stoic principles. This daily ritual, though simple, was a cornerstone of his ability to lead with clarity and purpose. Consistency also requires patience, as results are often not immediately visible. It's easy to get discouraged when progress feels slow or when the rewards of your efforts seem distant. However, embracing consistency means trusting the process, even when the payoff is not immediately apparent. It's about valuing the journey as much as the destination, knowing that each small step forward brings you closer to your goal. Marcus Aurelius taught that we should not be deterred by the size of the task ahead, but instead focus on taking the next logical step, no matter how small. By breaking down large ambitions into manageable, consistent actions, you make the seemingly impossible achievable. Moreover, consistency builds resilience. When you commit to a routine, you train yourself to push through challenges, distractions, and moments of self-doubt. You develop the discipline to continue even when motivation fades or when setbacks occur. This resilience is a critical component of success, as it keeps you moving forward despite obstacles. It's the consistent, determined effort that separates those who merely start something from those who finish it. Marcus Aurelius faced countless adversities during his reign, yet his unwavering commitment to his duties day after day exemplified the power of consistency in action. Consistency also fosters a sense of self-respect. Each time you honor your commitment to yourself, whether it's waking up early, completing a task, or sticking to a plan, you reinforce your belief in your own capabilities. This self-trust becomes a powerful motivator, encouraging you to keep going because you've proven to yourself that you can. Marcus Aurelius believed that self-discipline and consistency were vital to living a virtuous life, as they kept one aligned with their values and goals, regardless of external circumstances. Ultimately, prioritizing consistency over intensity means embracing the idea that true success is not a sprint, but a marathon. It's about making steady progress day by day and allowing the power of accumulated effort to carry you forward. By focusing on consistency, you create sustainable habits that not only drive you toward your goals, but also shape your character, build resilience, and instill a profound sense of purpose. Marcus Aurelius's life reminds us that it is the daily choices, the quiet moments of dedication, that lead to greatness. Consistency is the enduring force that turns aspirations into achievements and dreams into reality. 15. Cultivate self-respect by honoring your boundaries. Self-respect is the foundation of a fulfilling and authentic life, and it begins with setting and honoring your personal boundaries. Boundaries are not walls that isolate you from the world. They are guidelines that define what is acceptable and unacceptable in your life. Marcus Aurelius, the Stoic emperor known for his introspection and discipline, understood that self-respect is earned through the choices you make, the standards you uphold, and the lines you refuse to cross. To cultivate self-respect, you must first recognize your worth and then have the courage to protect it. This means saying no when necessary, distancing yourself from toxic influences, and prioritizing your needs without guilt or apology. Boundaries are the invisible lines that safeguard your well-being, and respecting them is a profound act of self-care. Setting boundaries requires self-awareness. It's about understanding your values, knowing what you stand for, and being clear about what you will and won't tolerate. This clarity comes from introspection and a deep sense of self, much like Marcus Aurelius practiced in his meditations. He often reflected on the importance of aligning his actions with his principles, and part of this alignment involved being steadfast in his boundaries. Cultivating self-respect means recognizing that your time, energy, and emotional resources are valuable, and that not everyone or everything deserves access to them. It's about making deliberate choices that protect your mental, emotional, and physical health, even when those choices are difficult or unpopular. Honoring your boundaries is an ongoing commitment. It's easy to set boundaries in theory, but the true test comes when they are challenged by others, by circumstances, or even by your own doubts. This is where self-respect is put into action. It's about having the strength to enforce your boundaries consistently, regardless of external pressures. Whether it's resisting the urge to overcommit, refusing to engage in toxic dynamics, or simply taking time for yourself without feeling guilty, respecting your boundaries is a daily practice that reinforces your self-worth. Marcus Aurelius understood that integrity begins with how you treat yourself, and maintaining boundaries is a crucial part of that integrity. Moreover, honoring your boundaries teaches others how to treat you. When you consistently enforce your boundaries, you set a standard for how you expect to be treated. This not only protects you from disrespect, but also attracts healthier, more respectful relationships. People learn that you value yourself, and as a result, they are more likely to value you too. Marcus Aurelius believed that a man's character was reflected in his actions, and maintaining boundaries is a powerful way to demonstrate that you are committed to living a life aligned with your values. It's a silent but strong statement of self-respect that needs no justification or explanation. Boundaries also provide a sense of freedom. They give you the space to pursue your passions, nurture your well-being, and invest in what truly matters without the constant drain of external demands. By setting clear limits, you create a life that is balanced and intentional, free from the chaos of overextension and the resentment that comes from neglecting your needs. Marcus Aurelius often spoke of the importance of focusing on what is within your control, and boundaries are a tool that allows you to do just that. They empower you to shape your life in a way that honors who you are and what you value. Ultimately, cultivating self-respect through honoring your boundaries is about making a promise to yourself. A promise that you will prioritize your well-being, stand by your principles, and never compromise on what truly matters. It's a commitment to live authentically, to respect yourself first, and to let that self-respect guide your actions. By embracing this lesson, you create a foundation of strength, integrity, and inner peace that sustains you through life's challenges, allowing you to navigate the world with confidence and self-assurance. Embrace gratitude as a daily practice to enrich your life. Gratitude is more than a fleeting feeling. It is a powerful practice that reshapes your mindset, deepens your connections, and enriches your life. Marcus Aurelius, the Stoic philosopher-emperor, often wrote about finding appreciation even in life's simplest moments, recognizing that gratitude is not dependent on external circumstances, but is a choice made daily. Embracing gratitude means shifting your focus from what is lacking to what is already abundant in your life, finding value in both the grand and the mundane. It is a lens through which you can see the world in a brighter light, allowing you to cultivate a sense of contentment and fulfillment that is unshaken by life's inevitable ups and downs. Gratitude begins with awareness, an intentional pause to acknowledge the positives that often go unnoticed in the rush of daily life. It's easy to get caught up in the pursuit of more success, more possessions, more validation, while overlooking the countless blessings that already surround you. A simple sunrise, the warmth of a loved one's smile, the comfort of a meal. These are not mere details, but moments of grace that deserve recognition. Marcus Aurelius understood that life's beauty is often hidden in plain sight, and by practicing gratitude, you train your mind to see these hidden gems. Gratitude transforms the ordinary into the extraordinary, allowing you to find joy in the here and now, rather than always looking ahead to the next achievement. Practicing gratitude also builds resilience. When you actively choose to focus on what you are thankful for, you equip yourself with a powerful tool to counter negativity and adversity. Challenges, setbacks, and disappointments are inevitable, but gratitude allows you to find the silver linings in even the darkest times. It shifts your perspective, turning obstacles into opportunities for growth and appreciation. Marcus Aurelius often reflected on the value of hardships, seeing them as chances to exercise virtue and deepen his understanding of life. Gratitude does not ignore pain, but acknowledges it with a balanced view, recognizing that every experience, good or bad, contributes to your journey. This mindset builds mental toughness, helping you to bounce back from setbacks with a heart that remains open and hopeful. Moreover, gratitude enhances your relationships, fostering a deeper sense of connection and empathy. When you express gratitude towards others, you strengthen bonds, uplift spirits, and create a positive cycle of giving and receiving. This simple act of acknowledging someone's kindness or effort can transform interactions, making both parties feel seen and valued. Marcus Aurelius believed in the importance of community and mutual respect, and gratitude is a key element of these principles. By expressing appreciation, you cultivate a culture of kindness, encouraging those around you to do the same. This ripple effect extends far beyond the immediate moment, creating a lasting impact that enriches both your life and the lives of those you touch. Gratitude is also a form of humility, reminding you that you are not self-made, but shaped by the people, experiences, and opportunities that have crossed your path. It tempers the ego, grounding you in the reality that no success is achieved alone and that every achievement is supported by countless unseen factors. This humility fosters a sense of interconnectedness, making you more compassionate, generous, and mindful of the world around you. Marcus Aurelius often wrote about the interconnected nature of humanity, and gratitude is a practice that embodies this understanding, making you more appreciative of the collective efforts that contribute to your well-being. Ultimately, embracing gratitude as a daily practice is about more than counting your blessings. It's about living with a heart that recognizes the abundance already present in your life. It's about finding peace in the present moment, cherishing the people and experiences that shape you, and facing each day with an open and grateful spirit. Marcus Aurelius taught that life's true wealth is not found in material possessions, but in the appreciation of life itself. By practicing gratitude, you enrich your life in ways that cannot be measured, filling each day with a sense of purpose, joy, and a deeper connection to the world around you. Remember when we began this journey, challenging the idea of what it truly means to be a man of integrity and purpose? Now you stand at a crossroads, not just of knowledge gained, but of choices to be made. You've explored the 16 essential guidelines that define not just a life of success, but a life of meaning and fulfillment. These are not just lessons to ponder, they are principles to live by, each one a building block in the architecture of your character. The power to transform your life lies not in these words, but in the actions you take from here on. The world around you will not change until you do. So, what will you do with the wisdom you've gained? This isn't the end of your journey, it's merely the beginning of a new chapter. Every day presents a choice, to live by these principles or to let them slip away as distant ideals. Take the first step, however small, toward integrating these lessons into your daily life. Whether it's embracing responsibility, cultivating resilience, or prioritizing consistency, every action you take is a step toward becoming the best version of yourself. As you close this book, ask yourself, who do you want to be when the world is watching? More importantly, who do you want to be when no one is watching? The path ahead is yours to walk. You've seen the blueprint. Now it's up to you to build. Mastery, integrity, and greatness are not destinations. They are daily practices. And though this book may end, the journey of self-improvement continues. Keep striving, keep reflecting, and keep pushing the boundaries of who you are. Remember, the most powerful change begins within, and the most meaningful victories are those fought in the quiet battles of everyday life.